Welcome back. We're currently doing the patrol here in Edith, and we are here on Station Street. Now, if you look at the map, we've got a key event over here. So, let's make sure we get everything else done around the place first. So, let's start down here. Now, what's a dashing and handsome young man like you doing under this chilly rain? You should come and take refuge at our wonderful hotel. Our girls will warm you right up, and more, should you want it. It's 5,000 mirror for a 2-hour session. A bargain, if you ask me. You can even extend the session or take the services home with you. A lot of barkers around Station Street, I guess. Gotta give it to this dude for putting in the effort to sell it under this weather. Are you standing out in the rain, mate, doing that? Terrible. Can you believe Administrator Wesley is still over at the Orba Cafe? Oh, maybe that's what the quest or key event is about. I'm assuming it's going to be a quest. Might not be. He's been going there every day for the past week. He insists it's for research purposes, but I just think he likes it there. Probably does. He's been struggling lately, doubting his managerial skills, so I'm sure the break will do him some good. You're probably right about that, yeah. That reminds me, I haven't been in touch with my family in a while. They live in Ored. I wonder how they're doing. I might have already mentioned it, but my family owns a farm. It's hard work and my parents aren't getting any younger. I've been so busy lately that writing to them has just slipped my mind. I should probably change that. See how they're doing. Yeah, like send them a letter or something. Just something. Just something.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, likewise. Laurel Pharmacy is the perfect place for all your everyday needs. We've got a wide selection of products. From brand name drugs to Remiferian medicine and Eastern remedies. We've got it all. Even all natural cosmetics from the Central East. Haven't you told me this before? Working here has been really expanding my horizons. It's an experience I never would have been able to have back in Longport. I would have done just about anything as long as it didn't have to do with martial arts, but I feel so at home here. There's so much to learn when it comes to pharma. Different cultures and countries all have their own applications of medicine. The more you learn, the bigger your world becomes. It was just an excuse to leave Longport at first, but I think I'm actually digging this whole pharmacist deal. Huh.
Does anything catch your eye?
I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. Glad you're enjoying it.
I hope I see you again.
You did. Tips for finding a rich husband. I don't think I can give you tips on that. Please, Margaret. I crave a life of comfort and luxury just like yours. All I need is a good and dependable husband with a juicy salary. Yes, I get that part. Maybe let's start easy. How about I tell you how I met my husband? She's not the kind of person I expected to attract the attention of while out shopping. But she's a great conversationalist, and her taste in fashion is impeccable. I think we get along, so I'll give it a try. Oh dear. Ah, man, I wonder what Marguerite did to snag herself a husband that wealthy. Once I find out, I'm sure I'll get to live in the lap of luxury too. Oh dear. Oh, what's going on in here? Gotta do what I got as a gunsmith. Not like I haven't been handling the army's weapons this whole time. But the ones that come to me for adjustments are the real enthusiasts. So is he just coming for that? The army pulled out all the stops in getting everyone kitted out with the latest and greatest, but not everyone was happy. Pleasing the displeased is my job, so I've been taking care of them.
Thank you for visiting the Weston department store.
Ivan, you're familiar with Stanley's over in the old town, yeah? We've been on good terms for a while. They recently got in touch with me, though. Said they wanted to introduce me to someone. A very promising young craftsman from the countryside. Suppose I'll be meeting her sometime soon. Oh.
I take pride in all my merch.
Good. Nothing too much for me here.
Take care of it.
I will see about that. I'm rather intrigued to find out what will be the theme for this year's EGC. All eyes are on the show, so it's the biggest trend setter in the fashion world. Actors from the film festival and general celebrities always dress differently every year, and the new styles always make an impact. I'm rather intrigued to find out what will be in the theme for this year's EGC. Were you grey? I think you were grey, not blue.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
I think it was just because it was under the menu, so it looked blue to me. Nothing here for me though. Very well.
Next visit.
So, is there anyone upstairs? Doesn't look like it. Right.
We hope you enjoy shopping.
Let's carry on. Where are we looking? Let's go with you first. I should be able to get back to Basel by the end of the day if I take the next train. The main reason for my visiting of Edith is to visit my parents, but I'm quite enjoying my field research too. I might be able to motivate some of the underclassmen to take on field research too, if I could show them how much fun it can be. Oh, good luck with that. Oh, Miss Sonia, are you on night watch again? That I am. Someone's got to keep all these delinquents out past curfew in check. I'm guessing you're on your way back from club practice? It's rather late. Oh yeah, see, the Winter Nationals are just around the corner. So it's extra important I escort the students at least partway home, since they don't have club practice. Thank you so much, Sasha. I've heard so many scary stories recently. But with you by my side, I won't feel as nervous. Yeah, you're way more trustworthy than some stinking boys. Just as popular with your underclassmen as ever. Well, take care. Let me know if you need any help, alright? I will. You have my word as the general club manager. Practice will start getting way more intense now that the basketball club made it to the Nationals. But I can't put my juniors in danger, either. It's my duty to escort them home. As long as you're with them, Sasha, I don't have to worry. I still have a bit of night patrol left to go, so feel free to reach out if you get in any trouble. Let's check the board, just in case.
All right.
Doesn't look like there's any good info here. Very well. Closer. That protester we had was making such a ruckus here earlier today. I just keep getting busier and busier. He was one of those anti-immigration extremists, nothing but rude white supremacists, the bunch of them. They get all haughty about purging immigrants and how they're ruining the Republic, and that the true coward can't exist with them here. I deal with them all the time, yeah. Doesn't mean I like them or that I'm used to them. It's pretty sickening. Under the eyes of the law, every race in the Republic is equal. Good. Their nonsense propagandas against the law on that alone. Ugh, it's just horrible. I don't even know how you get to start thinking less of people that way. I like you, mate. I like you. Alright, let's get the ones at the bus stop. Either side.
See the movie. Fans are raving about.
You're still here?
Get the brilliantly bitter taste.
I had a company information session today, but ended up being late. Not very useful for picking where to work if I don't hear anything about the place. I also ended up forgetting my umbrella. If I don't hurry home, I'll catch a cold. I mean, you'll definitely be drenched. I mean, you probably already are, so... Rain goes plip-plop. Indeed it does. So much fun to splash. Makes everything look so shiny. I mean, you're right about that. Oh, it's late already. Minor, stop wandering around. Wait for the bus like a big girl. No! I don't wanna! Oh my. Minor, don't yell, please. Maybe I should just call a taxi. Maybe. Like, she clearly needs to get home. Probably too tired at this point. The Republic is massive, If you're talking just size, it's definitely the biggest in the continent. And it's not just wide in its territory. Also a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities in here. A little bit from everywhere we border. It's our job to keep the balance in the continent. That, of course, includes dealing with the East's desertification. Now then, this looks like a good schedule for next week. A little on the safe side, but it'll work. Yeah, we're getting closer to knowing what's going on with the desert part of this story. Jin's out right now. Had some urgent business to attend to. I'm sure he'll be back before we know it, though. He's been awfully busy nowadays, what with being the face of the guild and all. I was the one that pushed him to do it. But I fear that may have put too much pressure on him in the process. Oh well, he's built up sturdy stuff. I'm sure he'll manage. Elaine's much the same. I understand why she would shy away from the limelight, but we need all our best talent doing their best effort. Yes, you do. Oh, hello. Is that right? Anyway, I'm glad everything went off without a hitch. Wasn't expecting monsters to show up, though. Make sure to record everything in your notebook before reporting back to me. Understood. It also gives me the chance to let today just really sink in. Life's never gonna go as expected, so things coming out of nowhere will only help to prepare me for later. That's the spirit. Alvis trains every day after work. He's very diligent. And he is the one training me all the time, too. I shall follow his example. I need to keep training so I can get stronger. I was the one assigned to oversee Gray's training. He's improved a lot since I last saw him. Makes me feel proud. He's still got a ways to go, but he'll hopefully keep it up. Oh, very well. Right, so now we should be going into Iota, right?
Paradise can intoxicate.
So we'll see what happens when we're in here.
Discover.
Rain, after all.
Okay, it's upstairs. We get fewer customers when it's raining, so I'll have to figure out a new strategy to increase traffic. Strategies hinge on data, and it's hard to put one in effect when it's all inconsistent. We need to improve. Of course, it'd be way easier if Ilhan came up with realistic policies and not just pipe dreams. Don't get me wrong, he's really smart and his business sense is fantastic, but there could be some improvement in this regard. Oh, a whole lot of it. Ilhan's an extremely smart guy, but he's totally clueless when it comes to managing a business up close. I guess I'll just have to cover up for his weaknesses.
Need help with something?
Probably not. Got the drivers. We got any new plugins? Oh, hello. I'll have these, because these could be very useful. That slow could be useful. Yeah, we'll have that. Thank you very much. Oh, no problem at all. This posh-looking elderly gentleman has started paying the cafe regular visits lately. He seems interested in our owner. Maybe he's looking for a friend. But I can't shake the feeling that I've seen him somewhere before. Yes.
What'll you have today?
Nothing.
Thanks for coming.
I didn't buy anything though, but okay. Oh. I was expecting it to be the... What was his name? Can't remember now. Tch. You stay right there. It's very rude to try and slink off the second you see someone you know. Was just being mindful. Didn't want to bother you two. Your timing's actually perfect. I was just telling her about how I ran into you guys earlier today. We can get through the story faster with you here. That's not... Fine. I guess I can chat you guys up for a sec. Trust you to sit next to Fee instead of me. Is she more your type? It's 'cause she's the one who invited me over. Don't look too hard into things. I'm just kidding. Though you'll forgive me for being suspicious when you seemingly only employ young women now. I didn't hire any of them willingly. I told you that already. You know I'd much rather work alone if I can help it. I know. Easier for your shady work to happen when there's no witnesses at all, right? There's nothing shady about my work. I got standards and I ain't about to forego them. Then why are you always trying to avoid me? Now that's a whole different issue. Sip. Third wheeling's no fun. That wasn't... sorry, I didn't want you to see me like that. Oh, I could listen to this all night. Not everyone gets to see the beauty's blade like this. We're done now. Jin wasn't kidding about the two of you getting along. I'm not sure that's how I'd put it. We've just known each other for a long time. That's all there is to it. Yes, that's right. I won't pry, but you two avoiding it so much only makes me more curious. Guess I'll figure out the rest on my own. Thanks for giving me something else to enjoy while I'm in Calvert. The guild needs to stop looking towards smart asses for help, I swear. First it's Kitty and now you. You know her too. I take it the guild's had an eye on her for a while now. Of course, especially considering who her current family is. But she's only here in Calvert as a student right now. We have no intention on interfering in her affairs. Yeah, I'm taking that one with a big grain of salt, especially when Jin's involved. Still don't know why you're pawning jobs off on me when you all have so many resources on hand already. You can never have too many. We'll still be short in the long term. I hate to agree, but she's right. Man. Well, thanks for the invite. I'll get out of your hair now. Sure thing. I learned a lot from talking with you. We'll have to sit down again together sometime. No promises. Would you rather I not third wheel next time and leave you two alone? Not what I meant. Fee. I'll stop teasing her now before she gets even angrier. Bye then. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Wouldn't surprise me if we did. Like right now. I've known Elaine for a while now, but you can always learn something new. It's fine. I'm not going to tease you about it. I'll be staying in the Republic for a while now that I'm here, so catch you around. Nope, I already did that. You need to be more on guard, you know. Adios, you're always so careless. Are all men like this, or just you? I don't care if it's just how you do things, but you need to be careful. Better make myself scarce. Not in the mood for a lecture today. Alrighty, yeah, I thought this was going to be about you, mate. Wesley, that was it. I was thinking Weston. I was like, that's not right. I had a chance to see the owner up close. He's easygoing. The kind that will welcome anyone with a smile, even if that someone is the head of the store right across the street. He's totally within his rights to do so, of course. Nothing says I can't frequent different stores. I was there in the capacity of a customer. But he's a whole lot more laid back than I expected of someone of his creative genius. Maybe that's his secret? Maybe. Maybe it's help from downstairs. Even though it's raining, it's surprisingly not very humid outside. On gloomy days like this, I recommend some strong It'll give your day just the extra kick that it needs. This doesn't work for everyone, but some people find it helps with headaches too. I use a slightly different blend on rainy days. I wouldn't be surprised if it gave you the headaches. You know, caffeine withdrawal and all that type of stuff. Yeah.
Do you have any preferences? Thanks for coming in.
I do have quite a few preferences, yes. If I want to take paid leave, I'm probably going to have to finish up everything before I leave. I might need to do some overtime. Wait, wouldn't it be redundant if I just overwork myself so I can relax? Yeah. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I mean, yeah, you're clearly overthinking it, but you're right about that point where it's like, yeah, if you're working overtime so you can have some time to relax, like, what's the point? You're just stressing yourself out even more before you have that free time. Let's see what little achievement thing we got here. Alright, it was just the plugins. Very well. Right. Tyrell. Oh, straight to the cinema?
Taking off now.
Very well. I don't get a chance to go outside? Exit the movie theater. Yes. I can only go to the cinema? Interesting. This side of heaven does a fair job depicting the challenges that physicians face. Unfortunately, I don't love its contextual usage of music. It reeks of trend chasing. Back when movies were new, intimate scenes between characters would have no music. They'd only have a few ambient sounds at most. But movies these days will blast mediocre music in these moments. Those damned record companies are ruining cinema. Film stars have only really enjoyed this level of notoriety for a little over 10 years now. When I see them grace the covers of entertainment magazines, they look so in their element. Those who have poured their hearts and souls into this industry are really being rewarded for all their efforts. Of course, that fortune doesn't come without its share of problems, but I still hope we can realize even greater success in time. At this theatre, we never rest on our laurels. We're always devising new, interesting ways to promote this place and films as a whole. Whether it's actors giving talks, collaborating with Stewart Bookstore, or producing pamphlets and merchandise, we're always doing something. We have high hopes that the Tharbad Film Festival will help give this industry some momentum. Good evening. If you're wondering about our late night showings, I'm sorry to say that we don't have any new additions for this week. However, you can look forward to us rerunning any award winners that emerge from the Tharbad Film Festival. We'll be playing those at night. Simply receiving an award is monumental for a film in and of itself, let alone what kind. We hope you'll watch them once they're available.
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
Welcome, can I get you a ticket for something? What's playing right now? This Side of Heaven leaving soon. Okay, we'll go with that. Tickets for This Side of Heaven. It'll be 200 mera for one. Purchase. Yeah, let's grab a seat. I mean, if it's leaving soon, you know. Beep. Sean, a doctor in training, works at a general hospital in Ankerville. After a major traffic accident occurs on the autobahn that connects Ankerville to Edith, the hospital is filled with scores of injured patients. Strapped for resources, the hospital staff make the hard decision to assign priority to certain patients. To Sean, this idea is revolting. The very notion of prioritizing one life over another makes him sick to his stomach. Triage, mate. It needs to be done, unfortunately. Then, after scanning the priority list, he reaches a boiling point, culminating in a head-to-head confrontation with his supervisor, Dr. Brown.
What the hell is this? Why was that girl they just brought in pushed to the back of the list? With the flick of a pen, you decided her fate. Do you get a kick out of holding people's lives in the palm of your hand?
Pull yourself together. You aren't a bright-eyed student anymore. The probability of us saving that girl is slim to none. Triage exists so we can save as many lives as possible. Open your eyes to reality.
Screw reality! At least give me an emergency medical tent I can use. I'll save that girl. Even if I have to do it myself.
And what happened? Do we find out what happened to the girl? I mean, triage is a thing that does need to happen. Try and save as many lives as possible. I do agree with that. But from the story aspect, I want to know what happened to the girl. Oh great, just who I wanted to find here. Good to see you, Spriggan. Yeah, I saw you in the seats. You're not gonna lecture me here too, are you, Inspector? I just came to take in a movie all by myself, that's it. Not here to cause any trouble. I didn't say I thought you were. Besides, I'd rather not spend this precious downtime I've got giving anybody grief if I can at all help it. Well, that's good to hear. Not gonna catch me complaining. From the look of things, it seems like you had to scramble to catch the last showing tonight. Pretty much. I was running around dealing with so many cases and accidents tonight that before I knew it, it was almost closing time here. You must really like your movies to go to that much trouble to make it here anyway. I suppose I'd also been really wanting to watch this movie in general as a medical drama. Gave me a lot to think about as a parent. Made me wonder what I would do if my daughter ever wound up like the little girl does that the intern takes in. Didn't realize you had it in you to be so sentimental. And what's that supposed to mean? Van's conversation in the theater continued for a brief period. Soon enough, however, the two sides parted ways in the lobby. From there, Van got on with the rest of his evening. Hey, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir. Yes. Alright.
Why not buy a
So,
remember your visit?
what we got in terms of achievements? 3 movies watched. Very well. Right, can we watch another one at all? No way do I have time to catch another movie. Well, it was worth checking. Right, let me just...
Planner launched.
Okay, we didn't get another free time yet. But I actually want to check on that. Because let's see about just checking the waterworks.
Taking off now.
Just check the underground area, seeing as this is going to be like the last event sort of thing that we're going to do next. So I just want to make sure like we've definitely checked everywhere. So we'll check the underground areas. Can't do anything there. Alright, underground.
Taking off now.
So just give them a little quick check, see if there's any event or anything around. Nothing there. Right, Riverside. I know we've been there before, but
Taking off
it
now.
may not have shown up while we were doing the quest here. Okay, I don't think there's anywhere else, is there? That old town doesn't have anything, that's just where we arrived. Okay!
Taking
I really
off now.
expected to do the rounds in Tyrell, though. Maybe we still will after whatever's up here. Oh, dingo! Gotta watch a movie? I'll tag along if you want. Not that I'm the first choice for company for a lady killer like you. Oh, hey, Van. No, I just found myself passing by while thinking about some things. This film festival coming up in Tharbad is shaping up to be a messy one. It's telling me, as if there wasn't enough attention on it after Mesledom got canned. We've got those threatening notes to deal with. You just had to give us a tough job, didn't you? So what if it is? I knew you could handle it, so that's why I referred you. It shouldn't all be too bad out there. It probably will be. I promise to hook you guys up with some decent 4 SPGs for your trouble while you're there. I mean, we know trouble's gonna happen because, like, even within the story, we know trouble's gonna happen because the Genesis was shining, which means there's gonna be another one there. There's gonna be trouble. Thanks, I'd appreciate it. I'm just impressed you know such a famous actress. Guess that comes with being such a hotshot reporter, but still. How'd you two even meet? Neither and I happen to share a minor connection, that's all. I wouldn't say we're all that friendly or anything along those lines. She is quite an impressive person, though. I'll grant you that. Oh yeah, she is. Already on top of the movie world at her age. With those looks and the acting chops to back 'em up. She more than belongs. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about her personality. She's an incredibly tenacious young woman with an equally strong will, more than people give her credit for. I'm sure you've noticed too, right? Yeah, I guess you could say I have. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with her whole background and how... There you are, Dingo. I've been looking all over for you. Hello. I really like her. She's fun. Hey, Marielle. What is it this time? Man, she really can't get enough of you, can she? You're that spriggan. What are you doing hanging out with Dingo again? Wait, are you two like a thing? Does it look like that? Some reporter you are. What's that supposed to mean? I just don't think you're a good enough man for Dingo, that's all. As for you, Mr. Fessup, what have you been pursuing all this time, huh? What could possibly be so big that it has so much of your attention? I told you before, it doesn't concern you. Besides, why should I feel obligated to tell someone from a competitor what I'm working on? You sure didn't seem to be having any trouble talking to him before I showed up. Why can you tell him but not me? That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Oh, for the love of Adios, keep me out of this. Wait a minute. If you're here in the theater, could it have something to do with the movie festival? Say, Dingo, did you mention there was a movie you wanted to see? Wish I could take you up on your invitation, but something came up, so I gotta bail. Real sorry, man. I know it's not exactly the funnest thing, but watching a movie by yourself, but I bet it'd still be good without me. Oh, you're here to see something. Nice cover there, Van. Look at Van's face. It's all like, yeah, I did it. I got her. I'll join you. I'm completely free right now, so I'd be more than happy to spend some time with you, Dingo. Damn it, Van, what the hell did you have to do that for? Oh, quit whining. She's a sweetheart when you get down to it. Be a good mentor and show her a nice time. Have fun, you two. I'll see you both later. Oh, damn, Van. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to stay on top of what's been playing at the theater. So, Dingo, which movie have you got your eye on? What's your favorite genre? Tell me. I didn't come here to be interviewed, you know. But I might as well check something out while I'm here. I think there's some sort of documentary-ish thing they're showing. Maybe I'll watch that. Oh, that was it. Okay, so now can we travel outside? I mean, it says shop over there, so maybe we can go outside now.
Have a ticket. Please proceed to the entrance.
Exit the movie theater? Yes. Still only there. Okay, it just seems odd that's... Oh. So something's happening outside of Ark Ride.
Let's do this.
Oh no.
Oh no. Alright, here we go then. Should I call it a night? Yeah, I guess we will. Tomorrow's gonna be another busy day, so I should probably turn in soon. Choosing to finish up the night will cause all unfinished quests and sub-events to disappear. We have done all the quests that I've looked around and found.
What's next?
Haven't we? Yep, lost and found. Very well. Let's go. Oh. Wait, what's this? Would you care to join me for a tea party in Riverside? Ah ha ha ha! I mean, it's a tea party, so obviously yes, but at the same time, who would be inviting someone for a tea party that's in Edith right now? Yes. Man, always got people running around at a beck and call. Still, who might say no to an invitation, especially for a cup of tea? There'll be cake. And you like cake, it's sweet.
I'm glad the rain finally let up. The weather tomorrow should be lovely.
Yeah, the forecast clear skies all day for the southeast. But should you even be out this late? You just told your friend to hurry back.
Why, I'm out on patrol, silly. I have to make sure students are behaving themselves, new and old alike.
Yeah, whatever you say. It has been a while, huh, Kitty? Or would you rather I called you Red and Bright these days?
Call me whatever you like, though I am pretty used to my new name now.
Yay.
It's really good to see you too, Spriggan. I came over as an exchange student this past spring, but had I known how much you miss me, I would have paid you a visit a lot sooner.
Nah, no need to go out of your way just 'cause you're a former client. Hell, I wasn't even a pro when I helped you. Didn't have my current office or anything. And I mean, we've kind of crossed paths since. Like with that case, with that pampered politician's son.
I had a feeling you might be involved with that based on what that reporter was telling me about it. I didn't think I'd end up student council president as a result of it all, but it's been a lot more fun than I was expecting.
Oh. I'm glad to hear it. I like how it's, again, it's that aspect of like, if you're starting with this game, it just sounds like events in the past that have happened. It's like, oh yeah, there's obviously things that happened before this to these characters. And it's like, oh yeah, cool. But for us coming from the previous games, it's like, especially from Reverie. I was like, what's the name of the game, everyone? From Reverie, it's like, oh, that event that we saw at the end. That's what she's on about. It's like, I like this. It's always that thing with Falcom and the way they write it. It's like, you could sort of see both aspects where it's like, if you don't know, it works. If you do know, it works. It's just really interesting. Falcom are doing a very, very good job in that regard with just having both angles work so well. Like, new people coming in, they're not going to be confused, but it's not dismissing what us as people who come in from the older games know. It's not dismissing that either. It's just, it's so well written. I always love it. I always love this. It's what I noticed about Cold Steel 3 when we did that experiment, and then when I went back and how things worked, and it's just, you could just see how well Falcom is writing these games, which I really, really like. Yeah, obviously at this point, you know, at this point you should know I like the writing, really. Indeed, you really helped shake off that professor's attempts to follow me. Not to mention helping the Meister with his relocation after all that chaos at Crossbill. I mean, I was in his debt to begin with. Ended up dumping a couple of kids with a bit of history on him too. Wasn't really expecting anything in return, so I was pretty surprised when that gift showed up. Oh, the turbocharger. I'm glad you were enjoying it. Oh, that's nice. My best friend and I were actually involved in designing it, you know. Oh! Again, same point I made previously. It's like, we know who the best friend is and what that means. But anybody new doesn't know, but it doesn't matter. They don't need to know. There's the correct information is there, which is you got an item for helping out. And it's something you really like, Van. Cool. Hold on, really? I could tell it was pretty high-tech and all, but I didn't realize you were behind that. Well, I heard that you were a sopping mess after Walter turned your old truck inside out. I thought maybe you could use a little pick-me-up, you know, for old time's sake. Sheesh, that figures. Still, I'm guessing the society must be feeling the pressure at this point. They've had a lot of dropouts the past few years, you included. Just so long as they don't come looking for help. You I can handle. But those other wackos, no thanks. But you have such a natural talent for attracting them. Oh, that's worrying. They do say birds of a feather flock together, though. I'm afraid you're likely to meet more of them as time goes on. I'm just a normal, upstanding citizen. What I do to deserve this? Protest all you like, but you do seem awfully popular lately. In fact, it looks like you got another vicious young woman looking to get her hands on you. How dreadful. Hello. How long have you been stood there?
Oh, I think I'm a little past young at this point.
No. Oh boy. And such perfect timing too. Thank you for making time to meet with us. I know how busy you are.
Think nothing of it. I have some other business to take care of outside of the office as it is.
You're Renee's boss, right? Heard a lot about you. Didn't realize the flying swallow was so fond of practical jokes. Was the lurking in the shadows bit really necessary?
My apologies.
Kilika!
My name is Kilika Ruran, Chief of the CID's Integrated Analysis Division. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arkwright. Even if this does not quite feel like our first meeting.
No doubt. I'm sure he's told you a lot about me, huh?
That he did. Including everything that went on behind the scenes 2 years ago.
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Looks like bringing you two together was worth it after all. It's nice to see you again, Miss Ruran. It's been, what, 4 years now? The same to you. Our positions may be different, but we need not be at odds with one another, Miss Bright. I'm glad we have a chance to catch up, of course. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance as well, Mr. Arkwright. It's getting to be more like a real tea party every minute. maybe I should have invited Sylvie along after all.
Sorry for the wait, Kilika. What did I just walk in on?
I should think that's obvious, Jin. And I had hoped you'd be more punctual considering this is our first meal together in some time.
Sorry, an urgent job came in. I finished it off as quickly as I could. I wasn't expecting to find the two of you here, though.
It's good to see you again, too. I know we've spoken a few times over the phone, but I think it's been about 1.5 years since we last met up in person.
Oh yeah, that was at the wedding, wasn't it? Man, you've really grown up. Hard to believe you're that same little girl that knocked us out in Grancel all those years ago.
Alright, I nearly forgot about that. You nearly forgot? Yeesh, you're something else, kid. Well, everything happens for a reason, they say. We wouldn't be here talking now if it wasn't for that. Oh, now I see what's going on here. I thought it was odd when you told me you wanted to visit. Should have known you already had company. Now, don't give me that jealous look, Jin. It's less cute on a man your age. I promise I'll buy you a drink to make up for it. You two might not be in the same line of work anymore, but it looks to me like not much has changed since your days back at the dojo. You sure you really need help from a guy like me? Oh, definitely. We've barely been managing to make ends meet since Fee got here. We're going to need the help for a while, I think. You're extremely well connected, too. I'm told you even have ties to another Taito student. As a matter of fact, we were actually just talking about that before you got here. It's like he fits right in no matter whose side he's on. How should I put it? He's like a singularity. Yeah, I want to be careful with that word as well, singularity. Yeah, if you want to know something, I'll write you, guy. Hey, lay off with that singularity business. I don't appreciate being talked about like a research specimen, okay? And just so we're clear, you guys might not be as bad as the direwolf or Tao, but you're still a major pain in the arse. Can't say I don't get where you're coming from. So, what's the plan? I've got a reservation not too long from now at a restaurant near here. You coming, Kilika? Of course, I think I played my part here. I'll see you both again sometime. Take care in Tharbad. Sheesh. Is there anybody around here that doesn't know my itinerary? That aside, I guess you're not totally on board with the guild yet after all, huh? We do work together sometimes, but I'm not a bracer like my siblings after all. I just do what I can to help and try to offer them my knowledge if I know it'll help the people I care for. Both in the Burl and in Crossbell. See, again, it's that aspect of like, imagine, it's like how I was with Cold Steel. I can imagine someone starting with this game, going through with it, like all the way to the end, and then going back to Sky and making their way through all the games they've had previous, coming back to this moment and being like, this is awesome. I get to experience it 2 different ways, where it's like, first time through, it's like, there's a lot of strange things going on here. These people have history, and then you understand the history, and you get it a different point of view. It's like, oh, it's fantastic. Again, Falcom write things in such a way that it works. I really appreciate it. I really, really like it. I've been adding a lot of people here in Calvert to that list too lately. That's good to hear. Well, I should be getting home. Estelle and Joshua will be wondering where I've gotten to. I'll be counting on you to take care of Anya's while she's with you. Wait, are they here? I'll do what I can. Now, aren't the Brights back in LaBelle? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. You're going all the way back there, just like that? Oh. Yes, of course. Home is far away. Being around so many familiar faces made me think I was back there, I suppose. Aww, Ren. Either that or you're lying. I'm so ashamed. A girl on the cusp of adulthood should be a little more focused. Think you're giving adults a little too much credit there, kiddo. A head pat? Oh my.
When I found you 5 years ago, you were still lost and trying to find your place in the world. I'd only just finished my training, and was still getting a feel for what it was to be a Spriggan. I'll admit I kept you safe for a while, and gave you a few pointers, but I never really could do much for you.
See, this is another aspect as well. It would be interesting going back now and through the games again, knowing this piece of information, that Van was around so much in the story that we know, but we just didn't see him. That's an interesting way to look at it as well.
Meanwhile, you managed to build yourself a new life, new friendships, hell, a whole new family, all on your own. You're no lost kitten anymore. You're as fine a lady as any.
So, is this how you treat all the young ladies you keep company with?
Oh, guess not.
You say you never did much for me, but you give yourself far too little credit. It's not just me you've helped either. Take your old friend, that bracer girl, for example. Or what about your assistants, including my dear dorm mate? You help more people than you think. People who wouldn't have found themselves without you to take them by the hand and show them the way. If you ask me, you need to be a little more aware of the impact your words and deeds have had on people. If you can manage that, then I might even be willing to overlook a little head pat every now and again. And with that, I think I'll be off now. Good night, Mr. Spriggan.
Yeah. Good night. Man, she's grown more than I could have ever imagined. And I know she's nowhere near done. I'll have to keep an eye on her the same way I do my part-timers, now that fate's brought us back together like this.
Yeah, again, you get different perspectives on stuff we already know. It's the name of the game, everyone. Huh. I like this. Oh! It's the 4th. On the morning of the second day of the 5-day weekend, Van contacted Nina to confirm that they would be accepting her request. Their goal was to be in Tharbad in time for morning the next day, which would require setting off the night before. As such, they all had to rush to get ready for 4 days and 3 nights away from the office. What are you doing at the police station? Oh? A letter? October 4th, 6:30 p.m. I'm jealous. I want to go to the film Festi too. You get to meet famous people, right? We're not going for fun, you know. This is real work hours here. It is quite exciting, though. You never know, we really might meet lots of famous people. You're right, we'll be meeting Nina for sure, and she had a really unique aura, I guess? Tharbad's a good 8 hours by car, isn't it? That's quite a drive. Make sure you have plenty to eat while you can. Can we not get on a train there? Or, like, you know, get on the train with the car. Yeah. Because that's a thing that exists, in case you didn't know. I want to say train cars, but it's like, that's a different thing. Like car trains? What are they actually called? Like, you know, the trains where you can get on with your car. They've got to have a special name. What are they called? Someone let me know. Thank you, Paulette. Then, time for a drink to liven up. You absolute dumbass. Don't tell me you forgot why you renewed your license already. You people couldn't stay serious if your lives depended on it, could you? I don't know what job you've taken on that's taking you to Tharbad, but please do take care. Alright, can't say I ain't nervous. But you try taking the wheel till we're out of Edith. Let's see you put those driving chops you showed Riding red stars around Longport into practice. I have no idea how to say this. I got this. Ingood, red star. It's all the same when you're behind the wheel. I can drive this baby way more smoothly than a shaky-handed codger like you. This is gonna be your first and only warning, kid. You end up scratching her or failing us into a ticket. Oh, I was thinking like he meant thicket, but oh yeah, the ticket makes sense as well. And you're gonna be in the trunk the rest of the way. Sweets really aren't the only thing you're picky about, huh? Like cars and saunas. The essentials of life. Still, it sounds like as long as you drive safely, everything will be fine? Oh, why does someone have to call now? Wait a sec. I'd rather not take this in front of them, but guess I ain't got a choice.
Hello, Mr. Arkwright. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. Oh.
Huh? Damn, didn't think it'd be from a chick. Weirdly dressed one, too.
I see that I did. I'm very sorry. I didn't know you were with your employees.
Nah, it's cool. But sorry, if you have something else you wanted to run through with me, this ain't a good time. We're gonna be out of town for a while. Can it wait till I get back?
Oh, I see.
Should have given you a call myself, to be honest, but this was a real last-minute thing.
Not at all. What I wanted to discuss is hardly urgent. I simply noticed a number of irregularities in the last set of data you sent me. And as your service provider, I cannot help but be concerned. I am deeply worried on a personal level too, considering I am charged with your care.
I mean, I'm grateful, but... Anyway, we'll only be away for a few days. I'll call you once things settle down afterwards. See ya!
Oh, please wait!
Phew, Why are you all looking at me like that? She doesn't work at some sleazy shop or whatever, okay? You sure about that? Sounded like she was talking to her favorite customer from where I was standing. And what the hell gave you that impression? I don't know what this sleazy shop stuff is about, but she was super pretty. Her outfit was really cute too. And looked like a maid outfit, which, yes, did make me wonder what service she provides while being charged with your care. Yeah, let's just get going, okay? Oh dear. Bye! On the road again. I never thought Aaron would be such a great driver. His smooth driving skills are off the charts. He's really giving Van a run for his money. See? Told you I'd kick ass behind the wheel. Only thing I hate more than a smug little shit is a smug little shit with talent. I'll admit, this isn't a bad ride. I could see why you're always raving about her. She's smooth, customizable, and comfy. I can also make sharp turns without a hitch. I've always been a red star kind of guy, but I'm coming around to Ingood. I'm making a convert out of you yet. Of the four main brands, they're the best of the but. I think I'll take her for a spin from time to time. If I pretend she's mine, every girl in town will want a piece of me. Burn in hell. Gehenna, but alright. Anyway, I'll let you stay on the wheel for a while. If you and I keep taking turns, we'll be at Tharbad by sunrise. Then we can meet up with Nina. Curious to find out what we signed up for. Me too. Must involve the Genesises somehow, but that's about all we know for sure. It's times like these when I wish I could glean more insight from them. When they're glowing. Hey, don't go beating yourself up. I've been wondering though, how does the glowing thing even work? No idea. Goddess only knows. Those things might not be indecipherable enigmas like artifacts, but we still know next to nothing about them. Maybe there's a pattern for when they light up. Don't they go off when Almata's pulling shit? Could they be in Tharbad? That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point, like the pattern's there now. I had my contacts look into that, but they haven't found a trace of them there. We'll see. Still Still, they could have been the ones who sent those threatening letters out. Fingers crossed that isn't the case. I'll bet it isn't. The approach is too soft and roundabout for them. Not to mention, they don't have anything to gain by obstructing the festival. At least, not the one in Tharbad. Maybe they had a reason to stop the one in Mesledum, since they're headquartered there. Nah, last I heard, they moved out of Mesledum a long time ago. The people responsible for stopping the last festival were a bunch of racial terrorists. They threatened it and started a fire. The whole thing was cancelled as a precaution. What? For real? And here I thought those racist bastards were a dying breed. I'd love to wipe the floor with those shit stains. Dup, 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 dup. Say, Van, you really do trust Dingo, don't you? Even if this job is bigger than what we normally do, you heard Nina out because of his recommendation. And we go way back is all. I've known him since I was first starting out as a fixer. It's a give and take kind of relationship. He gives me jobs and I feed him info I pick up. Speaking of info, he knows Jack too, right? You guys are in cahoots with a lot of colourful characters, huh? There's Bamarti too. Dingo's definitely the most upstanding one of them, that's for sure. Doesn't get too friendly with you, but if you give him a job, he'll always get it done. Pretty easy guy to trust if you ask me. He seems really well connected too. Even knows Nina. Wasn't it him who arranged for our 4 SPGs in Tharbad too? He's half Central Eastern, so maybe that's why he's got so many acquaintances out there. And he's got that rep as a journalist who turned down a Pulitzer. Really? But the Pulitzer Prize is the highest honor a reporter can receive. How the hell did a small-time dude at a gossip mag get in the running for that? Who knows? I'm sure there's a reason. He's gonna be in Tharbad starting on the second day we're there to cover the festival. So we ought to be able to count on him to round up some leads for us. We can only hope. Bloop. Oh-ho! That was nice to see. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn so loudly. It's okay to go to sleep if you want to get some shut-eye, you know? The seats all recline, so you should be able to get comfy. Just make sure your seatbelt's nice and tight first. None of us would mind if you got some rest too, by the way. We've passed a number of pit stops already. Don't worry about me. I'm used to long drives like these. If I really need it that bad, I'll just let this little punk take over. Works for me, I'm still young, so I can actually do all-nighters. Oh, I've been meaning to ask. Do people really not drink camel's milk in the Republic? Was it the story about the Melfita that made you want to ask? But that's right. You don't see camels much outside of the Central East. Did you used to drink it back home or something? Nope, our village is at the base of a mountain, so we don't keep any camels back home either. I've just had some during a few of our trips. Tastes so good though. It's much thicker than cow and sheep's milk. Huh, wonder if it's like kumis? That's good stuff. You make me want to try it now. Camel's milk is supposed to be really valuable since they don't produce much of it. Never tried any myself, but it's supposed to be a good alternative for people who are allergic to cow's milk. It's much higher in protein, vitamins and iron, while at the same time much lower in fat content. They also say it's tough to bake with, so kind of surprising that someone would try making chocolate with it. You are an encyclopedia for the weirdest shit. You guys hold your asses over to Lungport because Cao bribed him with sweets too, right? We are so screwed if Almato learns his weak point. You make a good point. I guess we'll have to learn how to make even nicer confections to keep him loyal to us. I can't always be bought, you know. Well. Changing topics. Nina seems like such a lovely person on top of her already being a talented actress, doesn't she? She's only 2 years older than me, but she's so composed and level-headed. Yeah, she stood her ground even when those monsters all showed up. She's not a warrior, but she did have this noble kind of aura to her. Yeah, quite a woman. Not much like your average Easterner, either. I don't think she's from Longport, is she? No, but it's not like every Easterner in this part of the world comes from Longport. We've got Longlai in Eastern Calvert, and a place like the Eastern Quarter over in Crossbell out west, to name 2 big hubs. And she's deliberately gone out of her way to present herself as more white, too. Not judging, to make it clear. That's her call to make. I'm confused. I feel like I'm missing something. It's a bit of a Calvert problem. A delicate one. After the revolution 100 years ago, discrimination on the basis of identity, race, and culture were all abolished. Our constitution makes it possible for us to all live in harmony with one another. And to a certain extent, we do. At least on the surface. Oh, do you mean all the racial terrorism that's been happening? Prejudice runs real deep in Calvert. There isn't much over in Longport, but up north? Ooh boy. You got white supremacists stuck in Calvert's past, who raise some hell with Easterners, and Central Easterners sometimes too. Things came to a head when Crossbell tried declaring its independence, and during the economic crises that followed. But it's calmed down since then. No, that's only because Calvert's been basking in the prosperity of the Empire's reparations. It isn't as if racism itself has disappeared. It's too bad that's not the case. Of course, Hayway's never taken it lying down. They hit back hard. So there's that too. It's not all one-sided. Huh, that's a pretty mature take for you. Oh, shut up. I just hate stereotypes, that's all. I agree with you there. We're all individuals. It's just a shame that a lot of people in this world can't see others that way. Central Easterners have a lot of mirror, and that adds to the friction too. They've contributed a good amount to Calvert's development in technology and academics. Their investments are a large reason why Verne and the Basel Institute of Science have become as big as they are. And it's not just financial investments. It's well known that one of my great-grandfather's 3 disciples has a Central Eastern background. Professor Hamilton, if you know her name. Oh, yeah, I've heard of her before. Still, it's sad to think there are those out there who hate any contribution made just because of the people who made it. Guess I've still got a lot to learn about this country, huh? Harry. The young crowd doesn't really dwell as much on where people come from, though. I say keep it that way as you grow. Us oldies will be watching over you with pride as we sip our tea. Man, you're not much older than us, you know. Don't throw out your back just yet, Gramps. It's the job of your generation to pave the road ahead so we can have a smoother ride. You pave your own damn road, and calling me an old fart is bad enough. Make up your mind, are you old or not? Man, they're a tough bunch, but they all look their age when they're asleep. Hard to believe we used to be like this too. Oh-ho-ho.
These are some troubled times, and I know you've all got a lot more to worry about than you'd ever let on. But I hope you'll never lose sight of how to live your life your own way. So you don't go off the rails like I did.
Wait, what? It's the name of the game, everyone.